Good morning, beautiful people. Welcome to Weaves of Waves. I like doing this while I'm driving. I hope the microphone works. Oh, probably should plug it in. There we go. Pay attention while I'm driving. Yes, I like doing this. This is fun. Yeah, I've been watching a whole bunch of stuff that's worrying me, and I didn't want to have an emotional response. So I almost didn't do it today. So I'm like, shouldn't I do it? Shouldn't I do this? Because there's things I can't talk about on YouTube, but I could on BitChute. So I could do it for BitChute because, yeah, I ought to change my channel to Weaves of Worry. Waves of Worry. It's just the world, when you start looking at it, it looks beautiful. From here, I'm looking at the green trees and the blue skies and the sun is shining. But then I have a look at social media and I'm like, oh shit, the world is in dire straits. We're all gonna die. Doom, gloom, the end is nigh. So, yeah, I'm like trying not to go into shock, if you like. I do get into shock. Oops, am I taking the wrong turn off? Probably. Nope, right turn off. Yeah, I do go into shock when I hear these. It's like something shuts down and goes really cold and really small and I shrink. And it's fear. And it's like fear for what? Fear for my life? I don't fear for my life. My life is my life. It will come to an end one day. I'm not that worried about dying or even pain. I can deal with whatever pain comes my way. It's like, okay, I don't understand people that are totally living in fear. I don't get it. I don't get pedophilia. I don't get belief in invisible friends. I don't get this, and I'm thinking, well, maybe I should get it. Maybe that's the norm. Maybe the normal way. I'm not being normal here, and I ought to be. But I don't know how. It's like, do you choose to be this difficult? And I'm like, what makes you think there's a choice? I don't see a choice. I don't choose to be worried about death. Is that my fault? I fear for other people being frightened. Yes, frightened people, I have no idea how they're not predictable. Frightened people scare me to death. Literally. Literally to death, because they could turn on you and then suddenly there's a mob and then you're in the council culture and whoa, no. I don't need that, thank you very much. But frightened people do that. And yeah, I'm worried about frightened people. And when I watch either the mainstream media or the alternative media, they're all very frightening. They're all stirring up waves of weaves and waves of fear. And who is right, who is wrong? I don't know it. I don't know. There's like two lots of scientists. Well, there's dozens of sides to this. Anybody who thinks it's black and white? Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. This thing isn't black and white. I'm not being even racist. It's not divided into two sides. It's so many fractions of sides and oh dear. I think if you got a dozen people in the room, there'd be like 24 opinions. So, yeah, I'm not sure where to go, and I'm feeling emotional about it because I take a deep breath and I get worried. I'm like, okay, they're all telling me life is never going to be the same again. Fine. When was life ever the same again? When, I've adapted to so many changes in my life. When was normal? I've never known normal. Tell me, what is the new normal? Or maybe I'll tell you, because my normal is very different from your normal. So yeah, there is like too many contradictions. And as well as I respect quite a few people on both sides of the fence, I cannot say either of you is right for me. So there you go. So having a rant on one side, when I've already seen the other side, And I don't disagree with them because I'm not a scientist, so I'm not medically trained. Well, I am medically trained in Chinese acupuncture, so Chinese medicine. Nobody seems to take this into account because it's alternative medicine. But my alternative medicine training tells me that you don't take the label, you take the signs and symptoms. Therefore, the label could mean lots of things for other people, lots of things for people. So what I'm saying is people react differently. We are not all cut from the same cloth, and what could affect you might not affect me, and vice versa. So that's what I learned in Chinese medicine. Chinese medicine takes the signs and symptoms, whatever label you've got. And I always thought that was kind of like a bit better because you were treating the client in front of you or the patient in front of you rather than the label. So we all get labeled the same, we all get given the same medicine, and we all get told this will work for all of you. Bullshittery. Bullshit. We don't get all the same. We're not the same. We are very different from one another in thoughts and minds and words and deeds. Oh, I read a really good meme this morning. It was an excellent meme. It made me think. Is that if you think the world is based on logic, you're wrong. The world is based on emotion. In other words, we're not a logical, precise thinking society, human race. We're actually about on the level of my cat. My cat is emotional. He's all over the place. He will do this and then he'll turn around and change his mind. And he's not really thinking stuff at all. I don't think that there was much of a thought process going on there. There may be a little one on a basic level. But my cat is mostly pure emotion. And I love him for it, right? Because I know his limitations and he's beautiful with them. He has certainly a dark side. He likes torturing small mammals, but haven't we all? And it's interesting how if the world is not based on logic, right? Now, I base my world on logic, but I've found that my logic doesn't fit with the current regime that I'm looking at. They're too busy trying to out NLP each other. Psychological warfare is going on, brainwashing stuff. Do I have the time for all that? I can see it and I walk on, but it's like they're trying to be clever. It's like somebody trying to be really, really a smart aleck. And quite frankly, it doesn't work. I walk away. Smart Alex, I'm clever than you, and I reckon this, and this graph will show you this, and it's like, oh, fuck off. So, they don't get my attention much. But the people that are talking from experience, people that are talking authentically, the people saying that this happened to me, I have to listen. I have to sort of admire the passion, the bravery of standing up, that's saying this has happened to me. Okay, fair enough. But if the world is run on logic, if we're not all Vulcans. I wish we were all Vulcans. When I was a kid, I wanted to be Dr. Spock. I liked the idea of not living controlled by emotions. It's quite a nice thing. It would be just a calm in the storm, basically. But it means that nobody has that. Then we're all ruled by somebody's emotion. We're all ruled by the collective emotion. I haven't considered that. That was a new point of view for me. So that's where I am. That's what I'm doing. I haven't had a rant. I haven't got emotional. I haven't picked sides because I don't know. I can't talk. I can only talk from my point of view, and that's not necessarily everybody's point of view. Obviously, I'm logical. At least I like to think I'm logical. I play with my emotions a lot, but logic is I try and get ruled by my head rather than my heart. But I don't discount my heart. My heart is actually a lot more accurate than my head sometimes. So there is balance there. And I haven't got emotional about all the, oh my God, we're all going to die. The end of the world is nigh. I didn't get emotional about that. So I'm kind of proud. That's a cool thing. I'm controlling my emotions. I'm in harmony. So I'll leave you with that. But yeah, let's fuck the new normal. Let's just have the normal things that what is for us. There we go. I love you lots. Take care of yourselves and each other. Bye now.